Here is a conversation between the two longtime friends, Peter and Hal, after they've finished airing the episode of Peter's television show, Financial Options. The two economists have been in the financial field for over 30 years, and their earlier airing of the show has sparked some new conversation topics.
Great show today, Peter. It could have been better if there were a different host for the show, but I understand the network had to go with the low-budget choice. It was good that you were available, though. Not like you were going to be doing anything else, of course.
Oh, are we still bashing each other? Aren't we getting a little too old for that?
Well, you are too old. At least that is what your wife keeps telling me when I come over.
Now with the wife jokes. Wait, have you been watching those late-night comedy shows again? You used to do that when you were a lot younger, but I remember the jokes being a little funnier than they are now. I guess you're losing your ability to make people laugh. Now that I think of it, you started losing it about the same time you started losing your hair.
Well, I would love to go on about this, but your show got me thinking about a few things. You should invite me back on the show. We could talk about alternative payments.
I don't think my viewers want to hear about how you want to exchange the world's monetary system for coins like it was 2,000 years ago. It won't work.
Oh, hush. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about how your viewers have different ways of paying for services or goods. Even though they may be aware of this type of service, there are certain things they should be aware of.
So you are saying that if I went out and bought a new bedroom suite, I could either pay the amount on the sticker, let's say $6,200, or I could wait 18 months and pay $6,740.
Yeah, something like that. You know, we could have discussed this on today's show, if you wouldn't have wasted so much time running your mouth about other things.
It's my show. And if I remember correctly, it was you who was putting me down every 10 seconds.
Hey, I can't help it.
Yeah, I bet. You know, that alternative payment option can go the other way, too.
You are talking about loans, right?
Yeah, if you didn't have the money for that bedroom suite right now, but might in a year because of a $6,000 bonus, then you might have some thinking to do. Should you take a loan out? If you do, you must take into account that the interest will put you over the amount of your bonus. And that's not a good idea. Will you take a lesser loan amount now or wait?
You amaze me sometimes. I didn't think you were that smart. Maybe you aren't all good looks. Oh, wait, you aren't good looks at all. You must have used your brains to get where you are.
Don't you talk about looks.
Funny. Quit going off topic. Another great idea to talk about would be why people make the monetary decisions that they do. You can ask one of your audience members to come up and ask them some financial questions. One great example would be when someone has to pay a loan back.
You are talking about how people tend to always choose to try and pay back the lower amount when they can.
Correct, but you will have to make sure that you throw in some terms that they will understand. If you think they don't know something, then make sure you throw out the definitions. You are going to have to break it down for them, especially when it comes to terms like capitalization and flow of income or payments.
I know how to do my show, but you could be my little sidekick. You could bring me water and snacks if you wanted.
Yeah, it would be an honor.
You know, we should get a round table going on the show sometime. Maybe talk about the factors of present value. That in and of itself is a whole show.
It all depends on who your guests are. All you really have to do is let your viewers know that there are 3 factors concerning present value: the size of future amounts, the date when you receive or pay the money, and the interest of capitalization.
True, but we can always have other topics on the same show.
Such as?
You can talk about how a person could convert future income into cash. There are plenty of people who don't understand this.
It's a simple process. Just explain that the cash they have can be seeded to the bank for a future flow of income, and they will get money that is equal to its present value.
But you have to also explain to them that they have a way out too if they don't like the transaction. They can take the money they received and deposit that into the bank. The interest they get out of the deposit should cover any costs.
You should also talk about the interest rates, since the topic deals with banks too.
Whoa, look at the time. We just had an extensive conversation, and we didn't even take shots at each other.
Were you not here for the first part of our conversation? Maybe you are getting old.
We were born within 2 years of each other, but I seem to age better than you do, I suppose.
Go home, Grandpa, and don't forget to take the fur coat off your head.